Hello, we are from the Medical Translation and Interpretation Group, or MTI. MTI is a group dedicated to examining and enhancing medical translation and interpretation services in Lincoln and Lancaster County through strategic leadership, innovation, collaboration, and advocacy.
We are here today to show you why the mission of MTI is so important. Providing these services is the right thing to do, but it all begins with the law and making sure we're in compliance with it. Let's learn more.
Hello, is this the information desk? I'm looking for some information.
Oh, it sure is, honey. How can I help you?
Well, I'm a hospital administrator and I've been hearing a lot lately about limited English proficiency and compliance with federal law with regard to serving the medical needs of those who are limited English speakers.
Well, you came along at just the right time. Another minute or so and you would have missed me. I was just about to go to lunch. Well, I'm Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, but you can call me Vi.
Hiya, Vi, but I'm confused. Title VI? What's that?
Well, you know the Civil Rights Act of 1964, right?
Huh? 1964? Heck, I wasn't even born then.
Oh, well, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 made racial discrimination in public places such as theaters, restaurants, and hotels illegal. It also requires employers to provide equal employment opportunities.
Ah, that does ring a bell. But what's Title VI, Vi?
Well, that's me. I'm the part of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that says, and I quote, "No person in the United States shall, on the ground of race, color, or national origin, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any program or activity receiving federal financial assistance." That's me. That's Title VI.
Wow, so that means if a program receives federal funds, they could lose that funding for noncompliance with you?
You got it, Buster. Not to mention the fact that they wouldn't be able to provide quality health care for all of their patients. I'm one tough cookie.
What kind of programs receive federal funding?
Well, there are hospitals like the one where you work that receive federal dollars through Medicaid and Medicare programs. Then there's free and reduced lunch programs, Head Start, and federal housing assistance programs, just to name a few.
Wow, that's quite a list. Well, I'm sure glad to know that American citizens have you looking out for them, making sure...
Somebody wasn't paying attention. And I quote, "No person in the United States shall be denied benefits of programs that receive federal financial assistance." No person. I didn't say no American citizen. Well, no person means no person. Well, that's why we have to take special care to make sure services are accessible for those with limited English proficiency. Well, new Americans are people too, aren't they?
Well, of course they are, Vi. Even I know that.
Oh, I knew you did.
So that's why we're having to make all these plans for interpreters down at the hospital, or we could lose our federal funding.
You got it. And as the population of individuals with limited English proficiency in your community increases, well, so does the need to make sure you have a plan to provide access for them to your federally funded programs, both to be in compliance and because it's the right thing to do.
Thanks, Vi. I'm sure glad I caught you before lunch. Thanks for the help.
No problem. So what's a good-looking, compliant guy like you doing for lunch? Care to join me? Your treat.
You really do have some experience in the legislature, don't you? Speak English or go back home. We've all heard this from family, friends, and neighbors. Maybe we've even said it ourselves. It's usually muttered under our breaths after dealing with a struggling English speaker at a checkout counter or on the phone. Well, imagine this. You're new to a country. Maybe you fled your country of origin to escape extreme poverty, violence, even ethnic cleansing. You can never go home. You're here. Your children are here. This is your new home.
You have to find a place to live, get your children enrolled in school, find a job, and continue on the road towards citizenship. All of these things would be easier if you just knew the local language. But who's going to put a roof over your head and food on your family's table while you put your life on hold to learn it? You've got to get out there with the abilities you have and find a way to provide for your loved ones. That's the reality for new Americans.
Anyone who has tried to learn a new language can tell you it's not an easy or a quick process. Research suggests it takes 7 years of immersion to become proficient, and even then, many specifically medical terms are only needed regularly by those with jobs in the medical profession or with special training in that area of the language. That's why the mission of MTI is so vital. Odds are most new Americans are making an effort and want to learn English, but even trying to master everyday English is an uphill battle. Take a look.